Brian, Blakester, Adam, Sharon, Greg, Michael, Lee, Ed, Rosemary, Aunt Nancy, Adam.
All right.
Wait for the chimes.
Is he doing another one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till these are done. According to Fox News, the price of the new Healthcare Reform Act that was passed into law this past March will cost an estimated $3 trillion over the next 10 years. This is just one current example of our out-of-control government spending that cannot be stopped without checks and balances in our government system. If the Senate, House of Representatives, and the President are all from the same political party, the process of checks and balances is less effective and may as well be non-existent. It is important for one political party to hold one majority and the opposing party to hold the other majority to keep our checks and balances in place. If only one party controls the presidency and Congress, the result is unchecked government spending and cutting that has a negative effect on our country as a whole. The solution is for voters to keep our government in check by voting across party lines in order to keep the right people in office. One political party holding the majorities in Congress and the presidency just does not work. It allows the party to run the country how they think it needs to be run. It allows for bills to be passed into law virtually unchecked. Unchecked government spending and program cutting have a negative effect on the country as a whole. Unchecked spending can be traced to many recent events with our Democratic Congress and President. The first one would be the Healthcare Reform Act of 2010. Through this act, as stated before, the government will end up taxing us and spending over $3 trillion over the next 10 years. The second example that I would have would be the Minnesota Transportation Package of 2008. According to care11.com, the supermajority Minnesota State Congress overruled the veto by Governor Tim Pawlenty in order to push through a raise in gasoline taxes, costing Minnesotans $6.6 billion. While there is a lot of unchecked spending, there is also unchecked program cutting. The Healthcare Reform Act of 2010 will make cuts to Medicare in excess of over $500 billion over 10 years. That's according to USAtoday.com. There is a way for Americans to stop this type of partisan behavior from ruining our country. Voting to keep our governments in check by voting across party lines when it is necessary. Keeping the government diverse to keep checks and balances will help our country as a whole in the future. If government is not kept in check, it has the power to do whatever it wishes. Although many people do vote based on political party affiliation, it is important to weigh the pros and cons of voting for just one party. If one party holds both majorities in Congress and the presidency, the checks and balances put into place by our forefathers go to the wayside.